So earlier we have seen three different kinds of blade configuration, that is forward, backward and radial blades. In this, we are going to have a look at different kinds of energy loss which can happen in our fluid machine. So the first kind of energy loss is slip phenomenon. So it's a kind of loss, and this is, let's read. There is positive pressure build at the leading face of the blade. So let's draw the blade. A representative blade is this one of the blade. Let's assume it is straight, and the direction of rotation of blade is this. So what does this mean? At the leading face of the blade. So this is the leading face. A negative pressure at the back. So a positive pressure is built up at the leading face of the blade, and a negative pressure at the back or the trailing face of the blade. So this is the trailing face. So here we have negative pressure. These are the negative gauge pressures with respect to atmospheric pressure. So there is a pressure gradient. So over here we have positive and negative. There is a pressure gradient, and these pressure gradients will drive the liquid to flow around the blade itself. That is a rotational flow kind of around the blade, and it will reduce the amount of flow which is happening radially outwards. That's the purpose. We want to have a radial axial inlet, a radial outlet. But due to this pressure gradient, there is some part of fluid which is going to rotate over at the same position around the blade. So this is a loss, and this loss happens even though the fluid is of of no viscosity. So it doesn't mean that if we have ideal fluid, we will not have this loss. This is loss happening because of pressure gradient itself. So even if the ideal fluid is ideal, this loss will be always present. So this is a loss due to pressure gradient, and at different sides of blade, the velocity profile is not uniform. So we have an increasing and decreasing velocity profile. So if we have two blades like this, at blades we have some different things happening. So the velocity can reduce drastically or increase drastically because of pressure gradient. So at high pressure, positive pressure, velocity decrease. As the pressure is increasing, the velocity decrease because of Bernoulli. And on the side, when we had negative pressure at low pressure than the atmospheric, the velocity is going to increase. That is, on the trailing side, we have higher velocity. On the front or the leading face, we have low velocity. So there is circulation which is induced around the blade, similar to eddy current loss. So the consequence of slip is decrease in outlet velocity because part of liquid is rotating at the same position. So there is a change in VW2 factor, and that VW2 will lead to change in the velocity. So let's look at the velocity triangle changes at the outlet. So this the blue ink ones which shows the ideal, and these are the actual one which accommodates for slip. So we can see that the beta 2 angle has reduced. This is original VR2. The actual VR2 is here. And similarly, we can see the change in V2 and VR2, VW2 is also changed. It has reduced. So irrespective of blade type, that is irrespective of initial angle beta, there is a reduction in VW2. That is energy transfer decreases due to slip. So V2 has reduced, and V2 was in the expression of energy transfer. That was VW2U2 by G. So we have reduced the energy transfer. So how do we define or quantitatively define or accommodate for slip losses? We define a slip factor sigma, which is defined as VW2 actual upon VW1 ideal. And always the slip factor is less than 1, sigma is less than 1, and approximately it will be between 0.9 to 1. So ideal, we had VW2 ideal into U2. Over here, we'll have VW2 actual into U2. To accommodate, we can use the ideal one and use the sigma alongside. So along with radial force, there is a circulating flow. That is a combined flow is happening in this case with slip. So there is a change in flow physics also, and it is independent of viscosity. As I said earlier, in ideal fluid also slip phenomena is there. So it is independent of frictional losses. It does not take into account the frictional loss. So we'll see the frictional loss accommodation also later. The next kind of loss are incidence loss. So this means that the incidence loss occurs when we are working at off design points. So there is a design point or design flow rate at which we should be working, and if we are not working at that, we'll have incidence loss. They are same as shock loss. So it is expected to have smooth entry and exit of fluid with respect to blade tips, and if they are not, then we'll have shock loss or incidence loss. Shock loss, I mean SHOCK. Okay. So if blade angle beta changes due to change in flow rate Q, it can happen. That is, we are working at some off design condition, then we'll have shock loss. So that is, any deviation from design point give rises to incidence loss or shock loss. The third is and this will also take into account the frictional losses, that is the loss in the flow velocity. The last is the leakage loss. So they occur by circulating zones around the blade due to gap provided between rotor and cast case. So we know that in the blades, here is the inlet and here were the blades. So there is a gap between the casing. This is the casing and the rotor blades. So if there is some gap, or if we have diffuser vanes also outside to it, there are gaps over there. So the velocity can change, velocity direction can change. So this leakage losses accommodate for that. So we can reduce leakage loss by using shroud. So there are some kind of caps we can put on our blades. They are called as shrouds. So frictional loss are the next one. So these are the frictional loss again. So earlier these were taking into account the loss only during of the blades. So but there can be other frictional loss in the pipes. So first is the disc frictional loss, that is the hydraulic loss. That is due to the friction between blade and fluid. So that is the blade and fluid friction coefficient. And the second are the mechanical friction losses between shaft and rotor. And another kind of losses will be the loss in the piping system of our pump. So the suction pipe and delivery pipe also have friction in them. So later we'll see the performance characteristic and how these four kinds of losses which we have seen, the incidence loss, slip factor loss, leakage loss, and frictional loss, and how are they going to affect in the performance characteristic.